Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. And in this video we are taking a look at Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, Cyclops and the Creature Under the Stairs from, of course, Diamond Select Toys. Now this is a really cool creature pack because The Nightmare Before Christmas toy line by Diamond Select Toys, they've done so many of the characters from the iconic movie. It's really cool to have a couple of the extra residents of Halloween Town. That is, of course, the Creature Under the Stairs that features in that opening song, and of course the Cyclops as well, two characters that we see all the way through the film. Now I have to say a huge thank you to Diamond Select Toys for sending these over to flesh out my Nightmare Before Christmas display. I've got a handful of the figures already, and these are two characters that I don't have, so I'm really pleased to be able to add them to the line. Now what's really cool about the Diamond Select Toys Nightmare Before Christmas figures is that they've done so many of the characters. They really have kind of dived deep in the into the film and given us all sorts of characters, including people like Mrs. Claus that you literally see for a split second. Now this is the Creature Under the Stairs. He has snakes for hands and spiders in his hair, as he says in the song, and the detail really is second to none. I mean, he looks like a real Tim Burton-esque monster, and of course you get Cyclops as well. Now they stand nicely, they stand on their own. Cyclops has a lot more articulation than the Creature Under the Stairs. You've got 2 points of articulation in his arm and a point of articulation in his hands as well, so you can get him into a handful of different poses. The legs do kind of spin around a little bit, but there's no articulation in the knees there, and of course his head can move as well. But one thing I have said on previous reviews about these figures is that they don't have a huge amount of articulation, but that is because they are pretty much spot on to how they look in the film. The Jack Skeleton, for example, you cannot even stand him up without the use of a stand because his legs are so thin, but he looks exactly like he did in the movie, and these two are no exception. They look exactly the way that they did in the movie. Now Cyclops doesn't have a huge part to play, but he is definitely there, he's present throughout the whole film, so I think it's really cool that they've actually included him here as one of the figures, and I love the fact that they're doing these kind of like multi-packs where you get a couple of the different characters in one box. In this particular pack obviously you get these two characters, but they have done other ones where they've done like clowns and vampires and the corpse dad as well, the corpse mum, you've got her as well. They've done so many of the characters that you can really flesh out those Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Town residents, which is cool. And I'm really pleased. I mean, I like Cyclops, he's a bit goofy in the movie, but the Creature Under the Stairs, one of my son's favourites because of that bit in the opening song. But as I said a minute ago, he's really Tim Burton-esque looking. He looks like he could also be featured in Beetlejuice because of that black and white kind of snake hands, and the look of his head is very similar to those kind of sandworms that you saw in Beetlejuice as well. But the only articulation that he's got is obviously his arms can move up and down, and his head can move side to side, and his hands can move backwards and forwards as well. But they really are kind of a mixture between action figures and statues, because I have a Nightmare Before Christmas display set up, what we have out sort of Halloween through to Christmas, and yeah, they just kind of, it's a display piece as opposed to kind of figures that you would play with. But with that said, me and my son have definitely had a handful of games with these figures because they look exactly the way they did on the movie, which is really cool. And it's one thing that I think Diamond Select Toys do very well across all of their lines, but in particular this one is they've made the figures very accurate looking to how they are in the movie. Here's the mayor, and you can see even the scale, the way that the figures scale next to each other is pretty much spot on. So yeah, there's not a lot to say about them as action figures, but the sculpting, the detail, the paintwork is really good. If you're a fan of the film, and it's quite a cult classic now as well, this is definitely a pack that you want to pick up because these two are quite iconic, I suppose is the right word. If you think about the residents of Halloween Town, these are definitely two that pop into mind. So I'm really pleased that they've done them as figures, and I'm really happy that Diamond Select Toys sent them over for me to have a look at because they're not two that I've seen on the shelf anywhere, so being able to add them to my collection, I was really pleased. Do check out Diamond Select Toys website. You can pick up all of their figures, including the Nightmare Before Christmas ones, available over there. Or you can check out my page, and I've done a handful of other reviews looking at some of the other figures from the line that Diamond and Select Toys were very kind to send my way. So we've got Mrs. Claus, we've got the Mayor, we've got Oogie Boogie, got Dr. Finkelstein, and of course this 2-pack as well. And as always, please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things, because all support to the channel is very much appreciated. And of course you can check out the playlist, the Nightmare Before Christmas playlist on my channel. So if I don't speak to you before, have a fantastic holiday period. I'm sure you'll be watching Nightmare Before Christmas the same as we will in our house. So yeah, until then, that's about it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.